With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, a good one to kick off the year on Sunday night primetime. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night primetime. It's been a wild opening weekend to this point. Who knows what is in store tonight? As off we go for the Sunday night opener. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Jackson now on 2nd down. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. And that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. And now it's 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
We'll try and run here with Cook. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one's caught by Khalil Shakir. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here is Allen. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he... have enough to pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To the air once more is Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Brought down back at the...
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's Cook. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Hook. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get, the offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Third and goal. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board? I couldn't get one more yard. Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Lots of big people. Jumbo set in the game as they go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go with their fullback. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. The Bills with the early advantage. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Third and short, Jackson. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Defensively on 3rd down, Mike, that's the money down. You have to find a way to get off the field. Most offenses are going to be more pass-heavy, looking to throw the ball downfield to convert. How can you dial up the pressure just a little bit, force an errant throw, and in this case, come away forcing the turnover?
He'll find Shakir open right side.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On 2nd down, able to slip one tackle, but not another. He'll be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped the whole game.
He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it's going to be 4th down.
Pass on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. so it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
In motion comes Andrews. On second down, here's a run with Henry. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Going to go right back to Henry. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raven first down. Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. Room to run again. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the one. A big play there for Baltimore. 33 yards. The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for first and goal. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. Good return as he takes it across the 30. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And they'll run it for the first time with the veteran out of Florida State, Alvin Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, it is Kyle Van Noy taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. Ravens send Tylan Wallace back to return. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Bateman is the motion man. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second down, Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Jackson, Adam Pistol. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he will score. Rashad Bateman, touchdown Baltimore.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And the quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Allen to the throw on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Kirk. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Allen. That's to the left side. Hauled in by Leggett. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Allen to throw. Outside, that open man is Knox. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. They'll stop the clock, 24 seconds to go until halftime. 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On the run to the right. He'll tuck it and take off to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. Can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Like the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Come on, put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
on second down. It's Allen. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bills are back within 4 at 14-10. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. Defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
Play action. Here's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
That is on the 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second and a couple. A run up the middle with Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Bills first down.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Buffalo. Allen. Now he'll run it, and he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
He'll run straight ahead with Cook, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Third down and 3.
It's third down and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
For the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills are back within a point. It's 14-13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. He'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Jackson now on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 4 yards to go.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run it with Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw. Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they're trying to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
He takes off.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Third down. 3 to go. Now Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this fourth down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge fourth down stop.
On first down, Allen flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Washington. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. What a time for a pick-6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick-6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick-6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action here with Allen. Back into the hands of Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Pushed out to his right. And try as he might, he will not get back to that line of scrimmage. They will force him out for a loss.
Mike, these are the plays that on the stat sheet, the offensive lineman, look at the quarterback a little sideways. He has a chance to just throw that ball out of bounds, but instead, he takes it out of bounds himself, and that goes on the stat sheet as a sack.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He's got his man. That's weekend. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, it's Allen. No chance at all. He'll go down. Marlon Humphrey, usually found in coverage, that time on the blitz, gets there for the sack. To the air, on 2nd down, here's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the air is Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On the handoff, this is Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with. So
that is caught by the tight end, Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. 1st touchdown pass of this 2025 season. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
What separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Buffalo crowd being heard before 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. To the outside. Catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
The Bills will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Bateman is the motion man. Design run here with Jackson. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Tie game, fourth quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a 3-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on 1st and goal.
Again, it'll be Henry. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, and here's Henry. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The PAT up and good. And the Ravens will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down.
43-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. Forced out wide. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish. And this one will come to an end. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.